To come into 5, has to settle now and racing away from that 1,000 meter marker. Bridgerton got the best of the start as the early leader. From Principessa Mia is up there, Greek Mafia and Miraculous Man. And Maldano's tucked in at the back end of the field, giving them about 4 or 5 lengths start. But it's Bridgerton out in front, cutting out the gallop, led by a length or so. From in second, Principessa Mia, 2 lengths away to Greek Mafia. Then a gap of 4 lengths back to Miraculous Man and Maldano. Those are the 2 back markers. They give them 6 or 7 lengths. About to turn for home. They've got 450 metres left to go, and Bridgerton led from Principessa Mia in second, then Greek Mafia behind that. Miraculous Man angled to the outside, further back to Maldano. 300 to go. Bridgerton from Principessa Mia puts on the pressure. Then came Miraculous Man, who is starting to make up ground, but it's still Bridgerton. But Principessa Mia is coming home strongly on the outside. Then Miraculous Man, Bridgerton, and Principessa Mia. There's little to choose. Principessa Mia and Bridgerton. Principessa Mia, Bridgerton. Principessa got it. Principessa Mia from Bridgerton. Miraculous Man third. Then came Maldano and Greek Mafia. 300 to go. Bridgerton from Principessa Mia puts on the pressure. Then came Miraculous Man, who is starting to make up ground, but it's still Bridgerton. But Principessa Mia is coming home strongly on the outside. Then Miraculous Man, Bridgerton, and Principessa Mia. There's little to choose. Principessa Mia and Bridgerton. Principessa Mia, Bridgerton. Principessa got it. Principessa Mia from Bridgerton. Miraculous Man third.
Well, it's a 9-race card in the Eastern Cape this afternoon. We're underway. The winners of the first race being trainer Alan Creff, Richard Fourie aboard Principessa Mia. And with me, I have Godfrey, who's here on behalf of groom Daniel. And he, of course, is the carer for Principessa Mia and is now in receipt of 1,500 Rand extra from World Sports Betting. A great initiative by them and very thankful. Godfrey, thanks very much for joining me. So there you go. Daniel's got a bit to celebrate. And someone who's come back with a bang is jockey Richard Fourie joining us. And Richard, before we get started on Principessa Mia, we know that the second greatest love of your life is fishing. And how's it been at Zambia catching those tigers?
Oh, look, it was a phenomenal trip. Something that I definitely want to do soon again. But yeah, it's back to the grind, and yeah, nice and fresh, and that's how I want to keep it, and keep us riding as many winners as I possibly can.
Well, reading the race card from a tipster's point of view, someone not riding in the race, pretty much the pace played out exactly as I saw it, and I'm sure that that was what you were expecting as well, for the Smith horse to go make the pace and you to follow.
Yeah, look, I had a few starts and I've ridden her, and she's been a little bit disappointing, and I keep scratching my head. Feels like she gets there and just lays down a bit. So I wanted a little bit of a lead, and you know, when Louis' horse was sort of in front there, his ears were flat back. He didn't really want to be there, and I thought, okay, I'm not going to attack him. I just want to sit and ride a little bit of pace work with him. And I came into the straight and just stayed low, keep her on the right leg, and wanted to join him probably at 100 meters, which would have been ideal if I can get my head in front. But then she got a little bump, took the bridle more than what I wanted for that moment, and you know, she gave me like a half-length kick, but then you know, Louis' horse was fighting back, and she does cower a little bit, and she wanted to get out of it, but happy to get the win. She was quite a bit of a tactical ride, but I'm just glad to be able to win on her.
And I see you gave her a very empathetic ride, but after taking that bump, you didn't pull the stick on her, you tried to just coax it out of her.
Yeah, exactly, keep the measure. She's already giving me her all, and
exactly,
there's nothing more I can get out of her, because I know she's going to lay down under me, and just had to keep that momentum, and yeah, luck fell my way, got a right kick, and it was a good win. So well done to Mr. Creff, to the owners, thank you very much, and obviously to my sponsors at Winning Form.
Most definitely. Before you run away, Richard, just run through your rides for us, please.
No problem.
Ragazzo Grande, a bit disappointing last time out, the blinkers go on.
Yeah, look, you can see her last 3 starts, she ran very close to one another. She was just a flat run. I think it was also on the grass. So form is better on the poly, and I think she got a 4 draw, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she should run a much improved race over that sort of mile, and hoping to earn a check there.
For all we know, but unlucky last time out.
Yeah, very stiff last time. do find that there's 2 or 3 horses with some serious form in there that I have to respect, but I wouldn't leave it out the quartets.
Central City loves the Polly.
Yeah, look, sort of horse that's weighted well, carrying the right weights, right distance, right draw. I just hope I do the job right.
And then going on to race 6, we'll see Silver Stardust, and just to check here, but a little bit disappointing last time, but certainly capable of better.
Yeah, look, just he's a momentum sort of horse, and I'll work on that today.
Arturo, young horse, but done nothing wrong. 2 runs for a second and a win, now takes on Older.
Yeah, always a bit difficult to fathom where they are at the maidens, but again, don't leave it out the quartets.
An Open Secret, I know she's another one of those, perhaps been a bit disappointing, but she's definitely in with a shout.
Yeah, blinkers or something, we're going to have to see something. But yeah, also don't leave it out, you have to compete.
Brilliant. Well, Richard, obviously you race well fresh. We'll be looking forward to seeing more of you. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Great ride there from Richard, and a big thanks to him for running through his rides with us. Alan's going to join us now, chat to him in the parade ring. And Alan, thanks for pointing out, we see a filly against the guy. She's got the form. We're a little bit worried, and you said no concern at all. I think, though, credit has to go to Richard for a good ride, but well done on the win.
Yeah, it was a good ride on Richard's behalf, and glad to see that after his rest, he could bounce back
Yes.
like that. But, I wasn't far wrong in saying that when she ran second last time, the third horse was some 6 lengths
Some way back, yeah.
And I think this race turned out to be the same sort of scenario, except this time she managed to turn the tables on the second place into the winner's box. So, I think any one of those 2 horses could have won. Just a little bit of luck in the running, and Richard just had a little bit more under him at the finish.
Now, she's a Pathfork filly, and she races in the colours of Mr. Chelsea and Lee Scribanti, who are Racehorse Owners Association members, so they get to smile with that 15,000 Rand extra, and always pays to be a member of the Racehorse Owners Association.
Thank you. No, it is, and very well done to them. So pays their subscription for the new season.
It certainly does.
And, very well done to Chelsea Lee Scribanti and to Lee, who bred this filly in Natal, at Piemonte, and she was long overdue for a win, so very well done to them. And once again, nice to have the Nomads here, and
Definitely.
I'll hand over the mic to them.
Great, Ellen, well done. And on that note, we're going to ask Mr. Robert Rustenburg to please come in and join me. Step on in. Great to have you here.
Thank you very much.
I see you are the vice captain of Nomads Eastern Cape. It's fantastic, first of all, to have you supporting us again. I know you are regular supporters of Fairview Racecourse. Great to have you here. And with that, let's hear a little bit about Eastern Cape Nomads and what they're all about.
Okay, well, like you said, I'm going to be looking down at a little piece of paper to keep me confident here, guys. Okay, so I'm Rob Rustenburg, and I'm the vice captain of the Eastern Cape Nomads, as has been said already. Our club was founded in 1972 here in the Eastern Cape, and we are in our 51st year.
That is fantastic.
And we're one of 12 South African clubs that participate in our nationals in South Africa.
So tell me, you've said now when you got involved. What is the aim of your organisation?
Okay, well, our organisation, to start from the beginning, it was founded by a visionary Mark Florence in 1960. The whole Nomads start. It's an organisation that has very defined aims and objectives, which have remained pertinent over the last 63 years throughout the clubs. To name 3, and this is where I'm going to be looking down, guys. It's to provide an opportunity for persons of all walks of life to meet with one another at least once a month, to play golf and to cement old relationships as we go. It's to encourage and foster and support the game of golf throughout South Africa. It's to generate funds for distribution to charitable causes and assist those persons, regardless of race, colour or creed, in less fortunate positions than ourselves. And then the last thing is, the last one being our reason for being here today, is to raise funds for our selected beneficiary that we as Nomads in the Eastern Cape do once a year.
And who is that beneficiary this year?
The beneficiary that we've chosen this year is Ukaselo Haven. Okay. It's a haven that looks after abused women and children, and we think that's quite important in today's age. There's a lot of it going on, and it's completely not acceptable, and it's a place for them where they can seek shelter.
Well, I have to commend the organisation. You are a community that enjoys each other's being together and playing the golf, but still giving back towards others, and that is so, so important. I think you've hit the nail on the head as far as women and children at the moment. Violence against them is at an all-time high, and I commend you for that. So thank you for joining us, and I hope that you really, really do well with your charity raising this afternoon.
Super. Thank you very much for having us, and to the racecourse for hosting us. And thanks for letting me lead the winner in. Huh? Absolute
Great
champion.
to feel like a winner, but we'll touch base with that a little bit later. I can hook you up there.
Okay, thank you very, very much.
Great to have Mr. Robert Rustenburg step in and join me, hear a little bit more about the Eastern Cape Nomads. Again, great supporters of racing here in the Eastern Cape, and great to have them raising funds for their selected charity again today. And Neil was doing a little bit of homework for me behind the scenes here. The creed for the Eastern Cape Nomads is through golf, the remembrance of others. Let's hope they have a wonderful day.